Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is an evening Darshan talk given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on April 20th, 2019 at Juhu in Mumbai, India.
So I was able to take the Darshan early today. So I thought that right after the meeting, which is supposed to end at 7.
So I thought that right after the meeting, which is supposed to end at 7,
I'll take prasadam and come here.
I'll take prasadam and come here.
Meeting went till 7:30.
Meeting went till 7:30.
And as I was leaving, they said just 5-10 minutes for Puri.
At the start of the meeting, they said just 5-10 minutes for Puri Development Committee.
That took 40 minutes.
That took 40 minutes.
So that's why I'm late.
So as far as I know, it's late.
I wanted to be here at 8.
I wanted to be here at 8.
Instead, I'm late.
But I'm late.
We've been discussing about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes.
We have been discussing about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes.
Krishna thought, I had so much transcendental bliss in Vrindavan.
That Krishna thought I had so much transcendental bliss in Vrindavan.
But the conditioned souls, they are deprived of this experience.
But the conditioned souls, they are deprived of this experience.
But he has said that he only comes in 3 yugas.
But he has said that he only comes in 3 yugas.
Satya, Treta and Dwapar.
Satya, Treta and Dwapar.
But if he comes in Kali Yuga, he comes as a colored or Channa avatar.
But when he comes in Kali Yuga, he comes as a covered or Channa avatar.
So he decided to come
So he decided to come
as a devotee.
as a devotee.
So he had 3 purposes.
So he had 3 purposes.
One was to establish a Yoga Dharma of chanting the holy names of Krishna.
One was to establish the Yuga Dharma of chanting the holy names of Krishna.
And one was to realize what the devotee feels towards him.
And one was to realize what devotees feel for him.
That was more confidential.
That was more confidential.
And the third one
And third one
is very, very confidential.
is very, very confidential.
I don't know if you want to hear that.
I don't know if you want to hear that.
Oh no, it's very confidential.
Oh, it's very confidential.
So we'll go to the next thing.
So we'll go to the next thing.
He wanted to know
He wanted to know
why his devotees feel more bliss than he does,
why his devotees feel more bliss than he does,
especially Radharani.
especially Radharani.
So he decided to come in the mood of Radharani
So he decided to come in the mood of Radharani
to experience the bliss that she experienced.
to experience the bliss which she experiences.
Only Bhagavan can do that.
And only Bhagavan can do that.
Otherwise, men are always trying to understand women, and women are always trying to understand men.
Otherwise, men are always trying to understand women, and women are always trying to understand men.
there's some book,
There is some book,
men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Or something. Men are from Mars and women are from Venus.
men are from Mars and women are from Venus.
And just as an example that it's something that normally people can't fully understand.
It is just an example that something that normally people can't fully understand.
But Lord Krishna, He can accept the mood of a devotee
But Lord Krishna, he can accept the mood of a devotee
and understand the very confidential experience of his devotees
experience of his devotee
and what kind of bliss they experience.
and what kind of bliss they experience.
So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Mandalila, Krishnadas Kaviraj starts to explain this confidential topic.
So in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhyalila, Krishnadas Kaviraj starts to explain these confidential topics
By revealing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya,
by revealing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya,
which actually are in the Antyalila.
which are actually in the Antalila.
But he was very old, so he was afraid he might not live long enough to tell.
But he was very old and he was afraid he might not live long enough to tell.
So he gave some peek into the future.
So he gave some peek into the future.
Lord Chaitanya, in this mood of Radharani, was somehow escaped from his room and ended
Lord
up
Chaitanya, in the mood of Radharani, somehow escaped from his
room
room
and ended up at the doorway of the Jagannath temple,
an end of the doorway of Jagannath temple,
crying
crying
in separation
in separation
from Lord Krishna.
from Lord Krishna.
Sometimes he ran off and went into the ocean.
Sometimes he ran off into the ocean.
So everybody was looking for him along the beach,
So everybody was looking for him along the beach,
and they saw one fisherman.
and they saw one fisherman.
He was, Haribo, Haribo, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh.
So this is how the fisherman was experiencing his emotions.
So Sri Dharmaraj said, have you seen Lord Chaitanya?
So Swarup Damodar said, have you seen Lord Chaitanya?
No, Hare Hare, oh, no, Hare Krishna,
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Are you sure you didn't see him?
Are you sure you didn't see him?
No, I know what he looks like.
I know what he looks like.
I touched a ghost.
I touched
A ghost.
a ghost.
And ever since I've been possessed.
Ever since I have been
Possessed.
possessed.
So I know how to cure someone from this. I order the ghost to leave you.
So Swarup Damodar said, I know how to cure someone from this, and I order the ghost to leave you.
And boom, he slapped.
And bum, he slapped him.
So then he said, where is this ghost?
He said, where is this ghost?
He's there by the beach in my net.
He's there by the beach in my net.
And they went and they saw Lord Chaitanya.
And they went and they saw Lord Chaitanya.
But all his joints were disjointed.
But all his joints were distrained.
So he was normally 7 feet tall.
Instead, normally he was 7 feet tall.
But his arms, all the joints were separated.
But his arms and all the joints were separated.
Just held together by the skin. Just held together by the skin.
Just held together by the skin.
And that way he was 9 feet long.
And now he was 9 feet long.
So the devotees, they bathed him and put him on a clean cloth,
So the devotees bathed him and brought him a clean cloth,
and they started to chant.
and they started to chant.
All his bones came together,
And then all his bones came together,
and he was made normal.
and he was very normal.
And then he gradually started to regain consciousness.
Then he gradually started to regain consciousness.
So when he was halfway in and out,
So when he was halfway in and out,
he began to recount his experience that he had seen the moonlight on the ocean.
so he began to recount his experience that he had seen the moonlight
On the ocean.
on the ocean.
But actually, from his vision, it was a moonlight on the Jamuna.
But actually, from his vision, it was moonlight on the Jamuna.
So then, thinking that the ocean was the Jamuna,
So then, thinking that the ocean was the Jamuna,
and that the moonlight was a full moon in the Sarat season,
and the moonlight was full moon in the Sharat season,
he jumped into the ocean,
he jumped into the ocean,
and he was caught by the net of the fisherman.
and he was caught by the net of the fisherman.
When he tried to get Lord Chaitanya out of his net,
So when he tried to get Lord Chaitanya out of his net,
he touched him,
he touched him,
and he got ecstasy.
and he got ecstasy.
That's why he was chanting Hare Krishna.
That's why he was chanting Hare Krishna.
So someone asked Sudamana,
So someone asked Swarup Damodar,
how did he know that he had met Lord Chaitanya?
how did he know that he had met Lord Chaitanya?
He said, someone who's possessed by a ghost doesn't chant Hare Krishna.
Like, because someone who is possessed by a ghost doesn't chant Hare Krishna.
So he was chanting the holy names, and he was actually experiencing ecstasy.
And he was chanting holy names and actually experiencing ecstasy.
But he thought
But he thought
he was possessed
he was possessed
because all the symptoms like crying, hair standing on end,
because all the symptoms like crying, hair standing on end,
he thought this was symptoms of being possessed by a ghost.
he thought this was a symptom of being possessed by a ghost.
So with the ecstasy, he also was feeling fear.
So
Fear.
with ecstasy, he was also feeling fear.
So he took the fear away, and then
So he took the fear away, and then
he was returned to an ecstatic.
he was returned to ecstatic.
And so they knew how to take care of Lord Chaitanya by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
So they knew how to take care of Lord Chaitanya by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
So like this, Lord Chaitanya was in his latter pastimes, he was experiencing the Mahabhav,
So like this, Lord Chaitanya in his later pastimes was experiencing the Mahabhav,
or the highest ecstasy of Radharani.
or the highest ecstasy of Radharani.
So in the beginning, he was feeling separation from Lord Krishna,
So in the beginning he was feeling separation from Lord Krishna,
but he was getting everyone to chant.
but he was getting everyone to chant.
After taking initiation from Ishwar Puri Maharaj
After taking initiation from Ishwar Puri Maharaj
at Gaya,
at Gaya,
he went back towards Navadvip
he went back towards Navadvip
alongside the Ganges.
alongside the Ganges.
So at first he was on the western bank,
At first he was on the western bank,
and then he went to Kanainatsala,
and then he went to Kanainatsala,
which is a place opposite to Malda.
which is a place opposite to Malda.
There he saw Krishna
There he saw Krishna
playing on his flute,
playing on his flute,
dancing.
dancing.
Krishna came up to him
Krishna came up to him
and hugged him,
and hugged him,
embraced him,
embraced him,
and then ran off.
then ran off.
Lord Chaitanya was running after Krishna,
Lord Chaitanya was running up to Krishna,
and But Krishna disappeared behind the tree.
But Krishna disappeared behind the tree.
When Gauranga went to the tree,
When Gauranga went to the tree,
he saw that he couldn't see Krishna anymore.
he saw that he couldn't see Krishna anymore.
So he was rolling on the ground,
So he started rolling on the ground,
feeling overwhelmed with separation.
feeling overwhelmed with separation.
When he had left Navadip as Nimai Pandit,
So he had left Navadvip as Nimai Pandit,
the greatest Pandit, the greatest argumentarian,
the greatest Pandit, the greatest argumentarian,
and he returned as a Mahabhagat,
and he returned as a Mahabhagavat,
as the purest of pure devotees,
as the purest of pure devotees,
absorbed in love of Krishna.
absorbed in love of Krishna.
So the devotees were facing so many troubles
So the devotees were facing so many troubles
from the Smartas, the other non-devotee pandits.
from the Smartas and other non-devotee Pandits.
And they couldn't hardly believe that the greatest of all pandits, Nimai Pandit, had become a devotee.
They could hardly believe that greatest of all the Pandits, Nimai Pandit, has become a devotee.
And he brought like some of the great devotees, Gadadhar,
And he
about 8 or 10.
And he brought like some of the greatest devotees like Gadadhar, about 7-8 of them,
to the house of Suklambar Brahmachari.
to the house of Suklambar Brahmachari.
There he explained to them
There he explained to them
how he got Krishna,
how he got Krishna,
and then he lost him.
then he lost him.
And he was crying, saying, it was like,
And he
I
was
have Krishna and I lose him. I had Krishna in my hand and I lost him.
then he was
You don't know
crying,
what it's like. You don't know. He was chanting and putting his hand around the neck of some devotees.
so he was saying that, do you know how it is to have Krishna and then lose him? You don't know how it is to lose Krishna.
So
And then he was putting his hands around the devotees and
so much tears came from his eyes that it seemed like Ganges was flowing.
so many tears came from his eyes. It seemed like that Ganges was flowing.
And all the devotees, when he was crying, they couldn't help but they also started to cry.
And all the devotees, when he was crying, they couldn't help but they also started crying.
And kirtan went on for like 12 hours.
And the kirtan went on for like 12 hours.
And he saw Gadadhar, he praised, I said, Gadadhar, you were a devotee since birth.
And then he saw Gadadhar, he praised Gadadhar, said, you are a devotee since birth.
I was a pandit.
I was a Pandit.
I wasted my time arguing.
I wasted my time in argumentation.
Now I realize
Now I
there's
realize
nothing but Krishna.
there is nothing but Krishna.
There's nothing that value, any permanence or value than Krishna.
There is nothing that can buy any permanent value than Krishna.
So, like this, Lord Chaitanya then, he revealed to Advaita Gosai.
Like this, Lord Chaitanya then he revealed to Advaita Gosai.
Normally he would take a role as a humble devotee.
Normally he wouldn't, but he would take a role as a humble devotee.
But Advaita had done tapasya, he had worshipped the Saligram Shila with Ganges water and Tulasi Manjaris.
But Advaita had done tapasya, he had worshipped Shaligram Shila with Ganges water and Tulasi.
He was
Manjaris.
fasting.
He was fasting.
He was crying out loudly to Krishna.
He was crying out loudly to
Hey
Krishna.
Krishna! Hey Krishna! Hey Krishna! So he was pleading to Krishna to please come down.
So he was pleading to Krishna to please come down.
deliver these people from their materialistic consciousness.
To deliver these people from their materialistic consciousness.
At that time, people were apparently very religious.
People were apparently very religious.
But they were just like practicing religion externally, but they were filled with like false ego and pride. I wanted to have a bigger religious ceremony for marrying my daughter.
So they were like religious externally, but they were filled with pride and the ego, and they wanted to have a big religious festival for the marriages.
And then the other person he'd have a bigger festival.
And another person, he had a bigger festival.
The one person had no more daughters to marry.
Then one person had no more daughters to marry.
Kanyadan.
Kanyadan.
So then what the person would do is marry a female to a male dog.
Then what the person would do is to marry a female and male dog.
No such system in the Vedas.
But no such system in the Vedas.
But you want to show off, I'm a bigger devotee.
But he wanted to show off that I'm a bigger devotee.
They married 2 trees. They would have 2 trees.
He would have 2 trees.
Any nonsense.
Any nonsense.
So, although they were apparently religious,
so although they were apparently religious,
that was not really according to Krishna's instructions.
It was not really according to Krishna's instructions.
So people were not devotees.
So people were not devotees.
So this made it very difficult to practice Krishna consciousness.
So that was very difficult to practice Krishna consciousness.
So Advaita Gosai, he was leading that Krishna should come. He was the only one who could give his Krishna prema.
So Advaita Gosai was pleading that Krishna should come. He was the only one who could give his Krishna prema to everyone.
So Gauranga wanted to prove to Advaita that he was a Lord that he had been praying for.
So Gauranga wanted to prove to Advaita that he was the Lord that he was been praying for.
So that's a whole other pastime.
That's a whole lot of pastime.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Bhakta Vrinda. So he's supposed to we started to compile all and many Chaitanya Leela books, authoritative books we could find.
So we started to compile as many Lord Chaitanya's authoritative Leela books as we could find.
And we got up to Lord Chaitanya and the 22-hour kirtan,
and we got
21-hour kirtan.
To Lord Chaitanya and 21-hour kirtan.
That's after his initiation.
That is after his initiation.
And if I get the notes,
so if I get the notes
from the different books,
then
I can translate those.
Then I can translate those
and combine them. So since it's late, I'll answer a few questions.
How to do services consciously in Krishna consciousness?
How to do services consciously in Krishna consciousness. Is this as compared to doing services unconsciously?
As this is compared to doing services unconsciously?
I was as a new devotee in Montreal, Canada.
I was as a new devotee in Montreal, Canada.
There was someone who was asleep. Unconscious. But he was chanting Hare Krishna. So first we thought, why is this person chanting at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., waking all of us up?
So at first we thought, why this person is chanting at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Why is he waking us all?
Then he realized he was asleep.
Then we realized that he was asleep.
He was unconscious.
He was unconscious,
But he was chanting.
but he was chanting.
So then we were very impressed. We thought, oh,
Then we got very impressed. We said, oh,
he's chanting even while he's asleep.
he's chanting even while he's asleep.
That's an example of how to render Krishna conscious service unconsciously.
That's an example how to render Krishna conscious service unconsciously.
How to do it consciously? You'll be awake.
How to do consciously? You need to be awake.
And we can offer our words, our thoughts, and our activities in the service of Lord Krishna.
And we can offer our words, thoughts, and activities in the service of Krishna.
So, there are 9 different devotional services.
So there are 9 different devotional services.
Hearing,
Chanting,
remembering,
remembering,
Pradasena, doing service to the Lotus feet,
service to the lotus feet,
Archana, doing deity worship,
Archana, doing a deity worship,
Mandanam, doing offering prayers and obeisances,
Vandanam, doing offering prayers, obeisances,
and then considering oneself a servant of the Lord,
considering oneself a servant of the Lord,
considering the Lord as one's friend,
considering the Lord as one's friend,
and offering everything to the Lord.
and offering everything to the Lord.
So, these 9 practices of devotional service
So these 9 practices of devotional service
can be offered to the Lord.
can be offered to the Lord.
I went to one Unitarian church
I went to one Unitarian church
and gave a class on chanting the holy name.
and gave a class on chanting the holy name.
And then they were announcing at the end just some announcements to the congregation.
And they announced at the end, just so that announcement in the congregation.
So they said that they needed some volunteer to help doing some chores for the temple, for the church.
And they said that they needed some volunteers to do some chores for the church.
So that's devotional service.
So that's devotional
In one
service
sense.
in one sense.
Now, one can do services for the temple.
So one can do services for the temple.
Like when you go to the temple, there's someone that sells a book and sells a bhoga to offer to the deities.
Like when you go to the temple, there's someone sells books and sells bhoga to the deities.
Or one may work in one of the counters.
Or one may work in one of those counters.
So if you do something free, then our minimum allowance.
Plus, if you do something free, then the minimum allowance.
So that's a devotional service.
But not so devotional service.
Today I went to the temple about 5 o'clock.
Today I went to temple about 5 o'clock.
There were some ladies, Vaishnavis, that were chanting.
There were some ladies, Vaishnavis, were chanting.
So chanting is one of the devotional service.
So chanting is one of the devotional service.
Many people were listening.
Many people were listening.
Sramram Kirtanam. Sramram is also one of the services.
So Kirtanam, and that's also one of Shravanam, Kirtanam. Those are also one of those services.
Some were chanting along, some were listening.
Someone singing along, someone listening.
I went and offered a lamp.
I went and offered the lamp.
With Archanam.
That's Archanam.
Like that.
Like that.
Whatever we can do, the services. So many services are there.
So whatever we can do as services, and there, so many services are there.
I have 2 questions. The first question is, while we've been in Krishna consciousness, we have, at least I have developed a taste for Kirtan and Harinam Sankirtan, but to develop taste for chanting is not there. Like just complete the 16 rounds, so minimum. So please give us some tips as to how to develop taste in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The first question. And one more question I have, Guru Maharaj.
Normally by chanting one develops a taste.
Normally by chanting one develops the taste.
If you're not developing a taste,
If you are not developing a taste,
then that may mean that you're committing some offense.
then it may mean that you are committing some offense.
There's 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided.
There are 10 offenses towards the holy name which have to be avoided.
And if you chant the name of Lord Chaitanya Panchatattva first,
And if you chant the name of Lord Chaitanya Panchatattva mantra first,
then you avoid offenses, you develop your taste.
and you avoid your offenses, you develop your taste.
I met one man,
I met one man.
he said for 20, 30 years he was chanting Hare Krishna.
He said 20-30 years he was chanting Hare Krishna.
So I asked what Sampradaya was he.
So I asked what sampradaya was he.
He was some other Sampradaya.
He was from some other
So
sampradaya.
I gave him the Panchatattva mantra.
So I gave him Panchatattva mantra
Said chant this first.
and said chant this first.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri
Sri
Advaita.
Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Hari Gaur Bhaktavinda. And then I left.
Then I left.
About 3 months later, I went to that place.
About 3 months later, I went to that place.
And then he saw me from a distance.
Then he saw me from a distance.
He came running.
He came running.
He paid his prostrate
He
obeisances.
paid his prostrate obeisances.
What mantra you gave me? What mantra you gave me?
What mantra you gave me?
Ever since I've been chanting that, when I chant Hare Krishna, I feel so much bliss.
Ever since I have been chanting that and chanting Hare Krishna, I have been feeling so much
thank you
bliss.
so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
Second question. Very good.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, my second question is, when we are preaching, so many people ask us, where is it given in the Shastras that we should not eat onion and garlic? Because like Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, and no meat eating is easy to preach. But when we have to preach, why no onion, garlic? Is there any shastric evidence that we can quote to people when we are preaching?
Shiva, Durga, Ganapati,
Shiva, Durga, Ganapati.
none of the temple, what is this temple? No temple allows onion or garlic.
None of the temple, what to speak of Krishna's temple, but no other temple also allows Krishna's onion and garlic.
If you bring an onion into the Ganesh temple and offer them, will they take it?
Will you bring onion in Ganesh temple and offer in the plate?
So there's a whole long story how a king killed a cow.
So there is a whole long story how a king killed a cow.
By his chariot.
Sorry?
By running over with his chariot.
By running over his chariot.
And that from that body of the cow
And from that body of a cow
came onion and garlic.
came onion and garlic.
So apparently eating the onion and garlic
So apparently eating onion and garlic
contains the karma of killing a cow.
contains the karma of killing cow.
Or something like that. But usually the people that say this are not so religious.
So really the people who say this are not
So religious.
so religious.
They look up in Google,
They look up in Google,
onion and garlic,
onion and garlic,
Google Uvacha.
Google watch.
It has 2 articles. How taking onions is very bad,
I have 2 articles, how taking onion is very bad
and how taking garlic is very bad.
and how taking garlic is very bad.
So you can also show that to people.
So we can also show that to the people.
I was here last time and someone asked me in the temple at the Bhagavad Gita class.
I was here last time and someone asked me this in the temple in
They
Bhagavad
said,
Gita class.
they saw on Google
I saw on Google
that onion attracts all the bacteria and the bugs from the room.
onion attracts all the bacteria and the bugs from the room.
They said, well, why we can't eat it? It's very good.
So they said, why we can't eat it? It's very good.
Why don't we eat all the bugs and bacteria?
Why we want to have bugs and bacteria?
I didn't know what to say. So there are histories like that. That's why.
So there are histories like that, and that's why
Shiva rides on Nandi with a bull.
Shiva Swahan is Nandi, the bull.
So they won't accept onions.
So they don't accept onion
Garlic.
or garlic.
You still have a question?
Any of the youths have a question?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, my name is Kripalu Gauru Chandra Das. My wife Nirmala Vishnupriya Devidasi and my son Jeevan. We are here. Actually, we are from Shamadesh, Dubai, Sharjah. We pay humble obeisance at your lotus feet. I just wanted your blessing. We are actually I'm taking Bhaktivedanta class in Sharjah, Shamadesh. So I need your blessing so that I can grow and support you in the preaching.
I want blessings. Who wants blessings?
So you want blessings. Who wants blessings?
Sure. All right. I pray to Lord Krishna for all those who raise their hand.
All right, I pray to Lord Krishna for all those who raised their hands.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.